Hey everybody, it's Rob Coble from Yellowtail Tech, and I am here today with Sherman Gardner, one of our recent gainfully employed graduates. How's it going, Sherman?
I am doing well. Can't complain at all.
Yeah, I love to see
Had
that
a
smile. Of course,
yeah,
you're
had
always a smiling guy to begin with. So.
had a great Christmas. Spent time with the family and got some good news. So definitely
Yeah, well,
lots
tell
to be.
tell me about that good news, man. What is your company and what is your new position?
Okay, so I recently accepted a position after going through the entire process as a professional services consultant for identity management company. It's a US based company but has a lot of employees globally, and my role will basically be to become an expert in basically deploying the company's identity management and access solutions. So I'm really excited. The process of the interviews was intense, but a lot of fun. And having went through the entire Yellowtail program, I feel like it really prepared me to go through the interview process. And I actually got the good news about 4 days before Christmas. So
Wow,
timing
nice.
was really perfect, and
Yeah.
I had to take a few days just to exhale a bit before I shared the news with the Yellowtail family, just to kind of say, it really happened. So
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
excited to start, and looking forward to what the future holds.
Nice. Well, you worked hard, man.
Yeah.
You had secured quite a few interviews, so you kept yourself pretty busy. Tell me
Yeah.
about the interview process, man. Did you feel like your training at Yellowtail prepared you for the grueling aspects of doing the interviews, or?
Yeah, so after our required three minimum mock interviews, and that was pretty intense in really asking us questions to prepare us for what a real interview would look like. I really went into most all of the interviews with the normal apprehension and a little fear, but with really feeling that I was prepared because I had the skills that I experienced through the process of the program to put me in a place where I can be honest, I can be speak about what I know, be honest about what I don't know. But for this particular role, I think I was involved in 3 interviews. The first was with a recruiter who actually contacted me through my LinkedIn profile. So my LinkedIn profile reached out to me personally, set up a screening call, and after that, I was moved on to the next phase of having a conversation with the manager, who will now be my manager. Had a really nice conversation with him. I think it was coded to be about 30 minutes and it ended up being about an hour. Obviously with the experience we had in preparation of in how to really allow ourselves to prepare for an interview. I took some time, I did a bit of research see if I can find him on LinkedIn, find out any way I could connect to him with our passions in IT, and also personal things. And I found out a few things that we can connect with and brought it up in the interview, and that went a long way. And then the final phase of the interview process was I believe with a human resource manager, and also that was the technical side of the interview. That was a lot of fun. It was two panel interview, and a lot of personal questions like you ask in our process, and as well as some technical questions, which having had the opportunity to see the job description, I took some time and prepared for possible questions and was able to get through that. So felt
Do you
prepared.
feel like you feel like the interviews that in the mock interviews, like where did you hear some of the same questions? Was it kind of the same vibe? How did they differ from what we do here to the reality?
Honestly, the mock interviews that we do, the 3 mock interviews that we do, they are a little more intimidating. from the process of, it's the first, I see now interviews as being something you practice, and you have to do them over and over. And the more you do, the better you get. So I had a few no's before I got this yes. So by the time I got to this interview, I kind of had a fair understanding of what to expect, how to prepare, the kind of questions I need to ask, the kind of questions to prepare for. So comparatively speaking to our mock interviews, I feel as though they were much more intimidating and a bit harder. But as far as the questions, the technical questions were a bit similar in terms of, what they're looking for, being able to connect, or not just answer a question verbatim, but however, give examples of how I would have used it in my experience. And I was able to connect those two things based on my experience in the apprenticeship, and be able to tie them into my understanding of a particular software or a particular program or a particular experience that I had through the program and throughout the course of my experience. So
awesome. So I think that your situation is probably like a lot. You have a family, you have other responsibilities besides studying and interviewing. And tell me, what advice do you have for those that are looking to make a change, that are in a similar type situation, as far as organizing and being able to maintain that lifestyle for the time that you did?
Yeah, it took a lot. I think first and foremost, there has to be a place of communication with your spouse, with your family, because the program will take some time. It will take some sacrifices. It will take a lot of discipline in terms of being able to have time to study, being able to have time to practice. So whether you have a family and a job, or a job, a family, kids, and all the other things that comes along with life itself, I think it's very important for you to communicate the sacrifice that you're gonna impart on this journey with your family, and be able to set a schedule. I think a schedule, because you will already know the times and days for the classes, but outside of that, you have to make time to practice, and you have to make time to study. I think it's very doable, but if you have a drive and a determination to be successful, I think almost anyone could get this done. But it will take some sacrifice, it will take some communication and sacrifice from your family. But I think it's very doable if that communication is there and you put your head down and go forward and get it done.
Now, do you feel that, tell me a little bit about, you felt like you had gotten the technical training and everything.
Yeah.
How was Yellowtail there to support you throughout your, on that resume side, kind of the career kind of thing?
Yeah, well, after we went through the apprenticeship, completed the tickets. Even prior to that, we were given a lot of resources by yourself and others, as far as, getting our resume together, how to get your resume together, what it needs to look like, what the recruiters look for. We also had the opportunity to schedule meetings, career meetings with yourself, and also the opportunity to, troubleshoot basic things that we need help with. And outside, after the completion of the tickets, those 3 mock interviews were vital in, just preparing us for the real world, in that, you are going to be asked questions about yourself. You are going to be asked questions about your technical ability. You are going to be asked basic questions about your personality, about your work ethic, various topics that sometimes you may overlook, and you may not think about, because this is the IT profession. But overall, I think support throughout the entire program was exceptional. Right from the beginning, where you had to basically seek help with your assignments or the test that you will be given, right through to the cert prep, and then over to our communication on Slack, which is continuous with your cohort mates and others, as well as the professional support that we receive from everyone else. I think it goes above and beyond anything I've ever experienced. And I'm very grateful. I believe without the support, even the technical aspect that we've learned throughout the course of the program, even without that, I think you are very much seriously prepared to go forward. So when you add that on top of the whole package, man, it's invaluable, very valuable. And I feel that
that's awesome,
very prepared.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Number 1, what if you could do it all over again, would you do different, if anything?
What would I do differently? I would sign up for this program sooner because I think I would have been, way more advanced than where I am right now. But man, I think everything happens in the right time.
I agree with that, my friend.
Doing differently, I don't know. I think the whole process, because I started this process about a little over a year and a half ago, or probably a little less than that, August of we're in 2023 now, so it will be August of 2021. And now, where I'm at right now, I always knew this could be done, but now that I'm at that place where I've secured employment in the kind of benefits that I have, the compensation, it's beyond my wildest dreams, and the sky's the limit from here on out. So if I were to do anything differently, just start the program sooner. But outside of that, I think everything I've experienced throughout the program has really set me up to continue to grow in the IT field and continue to grow in my career and future. So
that's awesome, man. And I have no doubt that big things are in store for you. So last question, what advice do you or would you offer to those that are thinking of a career in tech, that have no experience, but what advice would you offer them?
My best advice will be, do your research, really take some time to look at the videos, and once you've made a decision that this is the route, or IT is the route you want to go down, and this can be a program for you, don't wait, just do it. But understand that the effort, time, and energy you put into it will be the gains that you will receive in the end. I have no doubt. I mean, I had to put in a lot of work for this, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're ready to sacrifice, make some changes, and completely transform your life, this is definitely a route for you, and I would support. And even if you need to contact myself directly, I'll be happy to speak to anyone about this program. It is one of the best decisions I've made in my life, and I would say go for it. Go for it with confidence, with determination and discipline. And once you do that, I assure you will succeed.
Man, that's awesome advice, Sherman. And again, I want to congratulate you, man.
Thank you.
You certainly earned it. You worked hard, and you just had the best attitude going through it, and you always stayed positive, and I think that definitely helps. So thank you for your time, brother, and I'm going to look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Sure thing. Thank you, Rob.